In this bulletin, 636 new cases of COVID-19 recorded. COVID deaths continue to increase, and more people flock to vaccination drive-through. Good afternoon. Fiji has recorded 636 new cases of COVID-19 and 6 deaths for the 24-hour period that ended at 8 a.m. yesterday. Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong says there has been one more death of a COVID-19 positive patient, and this death has been classified as non-COVID death by doctors. Dr. Fong says doctors have determined that his death was caused by a serious pre-existing medical condition. He has also made it clear that Fiji will continue to see people with severe COVID-19 dying at home or getting to a medical facility in the late stages of severe illness and dying within a day or two. Dr. Fong has emphasized that severe COVID-19 is a medical emergency and a delay in receiving appropriate medical treatment may result in a higher risk of death. He adds that there have been 31 new recoveries reported since the last update, and there are now 5,776 active cases in isolation. COVID deaths slowly increase in the Central Division as we record 6 deaths in today's COVID update. There have now, in yesterday's COVID update rather, there have now been 39 deaths due to COVID-19 in Fiji, with 37 of these deaths during the outbreak that started in April this year. Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong says 3 of the deceased were not vaccinated and 3 had received their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine but were not fully vaccinated. Majority of those died presented themselves with severe COVID-19 symptoms to the CWM hospital. Police officers have been risking themselves in recent weeks visiting COVID high-risk areas to ensure Fijians comply with the health restrictions and curfew orders. Acting Commissioner of Police Rusiate Tundravu says with more people being arrested for various COVID-19 breaches, the force will no longer issue warnings. Tundravu adds they will no longer tolerate Fijians who continue to take the laws into their own hands and will start arresting them on the spot. The force has taken this stringent approach considering the magnitude of our COVID situation.
Boils down to the matter of life and death in terms of the situations that we are facing. There is a lot of numbers, increased numbers in the COVID positives, and we thought first when we were conducting our operations is to shift the burden of responsibility to the members of the community so that they can themselves take responsible. But it seems that few are continuing to disregard that.
More people are taking advantage of Fiji's first vaccination drive-through as hundreds flock to Albert Park to get their first or second jab of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Now its second day, the Suva City Council, together with the Ministry of Health, hopes this initiative will help significantly increase Fiji's vaccination numbers. SCC Special Administrators Chair Isikeli Tikonduandua says the drive-through will run for the next 2 weeks.
Said that we still have these people who are saying the opposite message, and at times like this, you know, we really need to work together. If you care for your family, and we can see it over here, there's a lot of them that are coming here in a family. So we've got 2 or 3 of them in the safety of their vehicle. It's almost like a room service we're doing over here.
Members of the community are engaged in the fight against COVID-19. Various ministries are working with community leaders, village headmen, and influential members of society to spread awareness about COVID-19 and its importance in their respective communities. Officials from the Ministry of Fisheries have implemented this initiative in a few communities and settlements in Lami. These include Nakurukuru Village, Lami Village, Nambuli Settlement, and Andonumai. Village headmen were trained in implementing COVID-19 awareness in their communities and ways on how to spread accurate information. Villagers were receptive to the initiative and were also eager to receive COVID-19 vaccination after awareness was taken to them in this manner, where members of their own communities were utilized to spread awareness. And to our latest COVID-19 update. We have another record as of yesterday, with 636 new cases of COVID-19 reported for the period ending at 8 a.m. There are also 6 deaths. Fiji has recorded 7,079 cases since April of this year, with a total of 7,149 cases since the first case was reported in March last year. There are now 5,776 active cases in isolation, with 1,318 recoveries in total. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 39. Up ahead, Tuwai Nangasao flag bearers for cloudy periods with a few showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, Viti Levu, Vanua Levu, Ovalau, Taveuni and Kandavo. Elsewhere, mainly fine, cool at night. That's FBC News. Now join us for our 1-hour major bulletin at 7 p.m. And be sure to download the FBC app to access the latest in news, sports and live radio broadcasts from any of our 6 FBC radio stations. Stay safe and good afternoon.